Go. Hey, Ballers, Squiggles here, joined by Cricket, and this is game number 3, the deciding match in this best of 3 played for the QuickWebs tournament between GoSuHwangSin, the red Protoss, and the green Terran, spawning as far away as you possibly can on Shakuras Plateau. We have VTavilo. Hello, Cricket. How are you doing, sir?
Doing great. We've had some awesome games. Of course, we are on game 3, as you said, the deciding game of Vilo. First game, being the defensive guy, expanded, had the Raven. Hwangsin wasn't able to break it, but in game 2, we saw Hwangsin, little sneaky play there, canceling the 4-gate, expanding, getting a Robo into High Templar tech. I mean, he had everything he needed and just royally stomped a Vilo. We had a little bit of BM talk going on, a few SUPs, a few SUPs going on, and we'll have to see who's going to be the king of the SUP on game 3.
I do like the sup or the hey man, what's going on? Hey, nice base, I'll take it. You know,
you
see
mad, bro?
Yeah, you mad? What's wrong, bro? But I like it when players do that after they're about to win, as opposed to like the slash dance you do, and then a Baneling kills all your guys, and you're like, oh crap, well now it's a game again. Oh no, that's terrible. And then it ends up being a massive like epic game that you lose, and you're like, I shouldn't have danced. I shouldn't talk trash until I'm actually ahead. So
it only take once to teach you.
Well, you'd think that, but
yeah, that's a lie. It's like all the manor mules when they drop like 5 mules and then all of a sudden their army dies. They're like, man, I could have used those mules.
Right. I feel like I'm out of money. Five mules go down. The manor mules, right as like Hellions go into your main and roast all your workers, and you're like, you know, I could have used those guys to, you know, keep an economy going. But it looks like both players gonna be doing a little bit of scouting action here. Of course, we have command center going down. It looks like, is that a second barracks? Yes, it is. So Avilo gonna be switching it up with some 2 racks play, it looks like. I think this probe, I don't know if this Marine's going to be able to stutter step his way to victory or not. But this probe is getting closer, The Marine is not even that close to being out yet, and I think this probe is going to scout it. SCV is like, don't go up there, man. There's nothing to see. And
he wasn't convincing enough, apparently.
No, he wasn't. He was like, I don't believe you. And so now we have 2 racks, and I'm curious to see how this 2 racks play is going to work out.
Well, and 2 racks, I mean, Hwangsin, of course, got the perfect scout. There's no refinery.
Right.
Well, now there are.
Now there's 2 refineries. So we could just be seeing...
Oh, Cricket what? No refineries?
Sup.
Yeah, he threw me a sup right there.
Yeah, but I think he could just be getting out a few Marines and then going ahead and expanding. But with his 2 gases, maybe not. Could be going for some kind of 1-base play, which is a little bit less normal on this map, especially in these spawn positions. You normally see people go for the fast
Aliens?
What expand? That's what I was going for.
Ooh.
I was going for expand, but instead I came up with
You're just making a beat, dude. You're just dropping it.
Yeah. I said, yeah. I even had my hand off my mouse. It was like doing a little hand wave thing. So I know. Calm down. We do have a Stalker who is refusing to calm down, going to be running his way across the map, and this lone Marine, I feel bad for him, because one Marine was never really able to take out one Stalker.
No.
So he's going to give his life. Nope.
No patch would it ever work.
Yeah, I know.
The SCV, though, he's going Rambo style, man.
I like the Marine, man. He's like pushing forward. He's like, I got this. No worries. And now after he dies, just now the other Marines are going to come. Are we going to see a bunker being put up? He like waves him off. He's like, I got this. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Looks like the bunker going to go
last
up at the
Marine
top.
like flicked him off right before he died.
Yeah,
all the other Marines.
Oh wow, and actually doing some damage to that Stalker. Got to be careful. You want to, scout, do some damage with the Stalker, but you don't really want to lose it. Because Marines, they're pretty cheap. They're pretty easy to mass produce. Stalkers, a little bit more expensive. You want to keep those numbers high.
But what is the true unsung hero is an SCV with 5 health, just ran past 2 Stalkers all the way up into Hwangsin's base and scouted out everything.
Wow, so he sees a 2-gate Robo and an expansion going down, and he's going to go for a ton of Marines. Like he has 2 reactors right now on his 2 barracks, and he already has a ton of Marines out, so he's going to go for a massive 1-base push, it looks like. And this could work out pretty well because Hwangsin has expanded, and while it's good to get those expansions up, it leaves you vulnerable for a little bit because you're 400 minerals lower than your opponent, and that can just be military. So Hwangsin, with only 2 warp gates, Robo Facility just about to finish, is going to be it's going to be up to him. And these GoSu sentries, we're going to have to see if their force fields can be the difference, as it looks like Marine's going to be pushing out again. And this Stalker is still here. Wow.
Yeah, yeah, and I mean, I think from the opening build, Avilo always had early aggression on his mind.
Yeah.
And of course, scouting out that expansion gives him even more of a reason to go for it. And as you said, it is really up to those sentries. They have to force field that ramp perfectly. But with the starport coming out and the medvac halfway done, he's just going to ferry it over. So it's going to be really crucial. But the big kicker is Avilo's siege tank tech.
Yep.
Almost done. I'm pretty sure he'll move out right when that finishes.
Yeah, he's going to have, it looks like, 2 siege tanks, and he does have that medevac, as well as a ton of Marines, 2 reactor barracks, and he's going to have a pretty scary push. And yeah, with that medevac, it's just so good at making these sentries not as good with their force fields.
Yes.
So
well put.
Thank you, thank you. There's lots of goods and lots of not so goods in that sentence. But here we go. And actually, this second Stalker, he did lose the first one, is going to scout exactly the timing of this push. And here comes a ton of SCVs, so this is definitely all in coming out for Avilo. It's going to be up to whatever. It's going to be up to the Protoss player to hold here. As if we go to the Army tab, we can see that it looks like Army supplies, Avilo is quite a bit ahead. So, I don't know, man. It's pretty scary.
Yeah, and really just looking at this, I don't know if Hwangsin's going to be able to hold. He throws down the 2 shields. The poor SCV, that was just the scouting.
I know.
He was just the messenger letting him know that death was on the way.
He was the envoy. He was like, hey, guys, I just wanted to give you a chance to nobly surrender before it starts. And they were like, bam, bam, bam. And he was like, oh, well, I just wanted to talk, but okay.
Yeah, yeah. Siege tank line doing work.
Oh, man. And yeah, this medevac is just going to be so helpful, dropping guys on the high ground already. And he's just going to try to force Hwangsin to attack into him. And I really like this. You can see putting out bunkers and just going to be like, it's super defensive, aggressive attack, kind of, if that makes any sense. But not overextend and not let Hwangsin get off those money force fields. He's going to just really slowly chip away. And now that he has the numbers and he has some good positioning, he may try to move up. Now it looks like he's going to move back. And, I mean, he's definitely all in, but Hwangsin actually has a supply lead right now. And, oh, here we go.
And, all right, the Marines and SCVs are going for it. See some great shields cutting them in half, but I don't know if it's going to be too effective. The Immortals are in the back, shooting away the SCVs, which are tanking all the damage, being pros. The tanks are in the back saying, I can hardly shoot that far, but I'm going to help anyway. The Marines, just a little shoot and scoot. There's the, I can't read it.
I don't know what that says either, but it has in the end of it. So, so that's going to be it. Great attack by Avilo. And I don't actually know what Hwangsin could have done to defend against that once he had his expansion down. The only thing I can think of is when he saw his opponent going for such a big one-base play, maybe just not expanding and focusing on getting more gateways out, getting more units out. That could have definitely helped. But as it is, Avilo going to take down this first series 2-1. Congrats to him. Pretty awesome play by both players.
Absolutely. And I want to go and thank Squiggles for allowing us to cast one of the round 8 games. Now, of course, we said in game 1 that there's going to be a link at the bottom of this video in the description where you can go to this Team Liquid thread where this tournament is going to be casted by numerous casters. We're going to have Anaris. We're going to have Force from Force Strategy Gaming. And, of course, there's going to be a few on my site. So go check out that thread, comment on it to keep it relevant so that we can keep this thing going, because it's going to be an awesome tournament as everything develops, and so you guys can be a part in that way. But once again, I want to thank Squiggles for letting us do these games.
Yeah, thank you, sir. It was very, very fun. I had a good time. Hopefully everybody else had a good time as well. Let us know what you think in the comments below. Thanks.
Yeah.